officially the voice coach for the project for Asantua, you know, in the attempt to break the Guinness Book of World Records on the longest singing by an individual.
So tell me how you got to know the friends.
Okay, so you know our WhatsApp groups. I'm in a WhatsApp group, a Musiga WhatsApp group. So somebody shared it on our group and tagged me. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's a nice thing. So I went and posted it on my Facebook wall, straight, you know. I remember somebody coming in my comment section to say, oh, is this one of those your students? I'm like, nah, I don't even know her. I just think it was a fantastic idea and we should support it, you know. Now, fast forward, the following day, I get a call from Kwame Dats, oh no, Philip Nye, you know, I asked Kwame to call me and ask if I can show up on a Saturday. I think the following day, you know, and that they'd like for me to come assess Asantua, and you know, and of course they asked me a few questions, and I was like, you know, has she tried this before? Has she done any simulation? Where is her strength and all that stuff, you know? And they're like, that's why you should come. So I went, and I think there's a footage of that online. And while I was there, she came in eventually. And behind the scenes, I asked her a few questions. Have you done this before? How many hours have you been able to do? And all she says, you know. But I think Philip Nine knew, she had spoken to him that she didn't have, and they were like, oh no, you need Freeman, you know. So long and short, I arranged for her to show up in the studio the following day. And when I asked a few questions about the rules, I knew that since she's not a professional singer and she's not prepared, we need to condition her. We need to start with the conditioning. And we didn't have time. It was a very short period. Because all that period was when she was going around doing press conferences and so on and so forth. So I started with conditioning, started trying to remind her to sing, giving her singing techniques that had to do with speech level singing, you know. Conditioning, breath control. The first breath control exercise I gave her, I remember she was like, I'm going to make her menses come early, something like that, you know. But she started learning how to connect her voice to her diaphragm, her intercostal muscles, and the middle belts here, you know, so that she can learn to sing, bring all that pressure here, and then just use speaking tone to keep, you know, low and flow. I think we worked together for around 5 or 6 days. In between, we started a simulation as well. I gave her some singing techniques, put them on her phone for her to practice as well. We did our first simulation. We got her to sing for like an hour. Okay. Then we tried 4 hours. Then we tried 8 hours, non-stop. And then she went home over the weekend. I gave her a strict vocal rest, no interviews and everything. And over that weekend, she did 10 hours, you know, non-stop. So we had a fair idea that at least. But you see, we had never seen this before. So we didn't know how anything would turn out. We just, one of the things that makes her attractive is her willpower. You know, you talk with her, it's like, you feel like, Charlie, she wants to go. And yeah, why not? How far, what can go wrong? We haven't done this before, we try.
She's not a professional
But
singer.
she had a fantastic willpower. And since it was not about being professional, it was more all about endurance, consistency and endurance. And she was willing to go to jail. She knew that it was not going to be easy, but she wanted to go. And Philip and Kwame Dazi, big ups to them. They connected me there, you know. And they were like, I said, but I started supporting her even before I met her. So it's not about the money. If I was trying to do business, I would not have shared her stuff. So that's how I got in. And she was grateful. She was there. Anytime I asked her to come, she was there. We did everything. Her husband, she and her husband, they were consistently there. Then later on, some other guys joined, and then We even have video footages of the things that we have done, So I'm sure they will come out at some point, in preparation, because I think they had asked her to tape her attempts and her mistakes and her failures as well, so she could send. So we have that compiled, and then boom, it starts. The first day, I like, yeah, and then the second day, the scariest day, her voice goes, and after 24 hours of not sleeping, or almost 48 hours, the mind started playing tricks, and then we had to do that emergency arrangement. But I must give, it's a collective, work with the team of doctors and professionals from Sonotech. Fantastic people. We all worked together and we're able to find her voice, I brought my own ideas and the things I know, and they allowed me, and then I listened to them and we worked together, and her voice came back. I heard that became a trend for a while, that, so you can bring people's voice back, So everybody's asking me now, even when Kiddy came, he was like, how do you guys kept this? I said, it's my trade secret now. You guys have to pay me to teach you, But that's it, and so far, there's been ups and downs, because Charlie, lack of sleep can do a lot of things to your mind. But she has been a fantastic sport. She's going, she's pushing, She gets to that point where she's a little disoriented, but after a while, you talk to her. It's part of the job, coaching. You need to know how to connect with people, communicate with them, remind them what's important, and keep them going. And the medical team too, the psychologists, the psychiatrists, we're all just making sure that we want to see how far this thing can go, So far, it's been fantastic, if nothing, And of course, Ghana came through in a way we have never ever anticipated, unprecedented, and we are grateful.